Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second episode. Really? You're taking this time to start walking around, dog? Fuck. There you go, lay down. Sorry about that. My dog was walking around, and my room's a piece of crap mess, so you hear bottles clanking and shit like that, so just wanted to be sure that she was chilling here. But welcome to episode 2 of my own personal little podcast that I have going right here. The podcast I primarily use just to get shit off my chest, pretty much. I mean, that's really what it is. Obviously, anybody can see that I don't really do this a lot. I'd be willing to do it more often if more people liked it, but to be fair, nobody's really doing it, and this is more for my own personal, I don't know, psychology. Like, this is just to keep me in check, just to get my voice out there, and pretend that I'm making a difference. So, first I would like to just say, happy beer day. Today is the official beer day, April the 7th of 2017. I guess every single year, but this would be the official beer day. And so I have a full growler full of this Zipline. I think it was a smoked ale of some sort. It's good. It's really good. So anybody out there who feels the need to kind of join me on this most sacred of alcoholic holidays, please open up your own beer, your own beverage of choice, and then just have a drink with me while I talk for the next half an hour to an hour. Okay. So the reason why I wanted to make this one is, like I said, this is usually just to get shit off my chest. And something recently has really rustled my jimmies, I should say. A multitude of different things. And I'm not going to lie, it's going to get a little bit political here. Trigger warning, anybody who does not want to hear about this. I'm not going to go super into politics, but this does have some sort of political leanings, what I'm going to be talking about right here. And does anybody notice that it feels like Gamergate 2.0 is coming up here, isn't it? Like, the first Gamergate, I didn't even know was going on. I recently got into the really internet communities just like very much after that point. Saying that, like, I would have definitely been, oh god, I wouldn't even know pro or anti Gamergate. I'm the person who wants games to go by meritocracy. The best games overall, that's what you get. You can't be colluding with other fucking, reviewers. You can't do anything like that. That is a huge no. But I don't know if that's pro. I don't know if that's anti. Like I said, I came here a little bit too late to kind of speak in on that. But it does feel like there's like a Gamergate 2.0 where it doesn't really have to do with ethics in video games anymore. Well, it kind of does. Okay, so what really brought this up was my last podcast, which go ahead and view it if you would like to, and give me the views and and the minutes and whatever it takes. But this started with Yooka-Laylee and how JonTron had to be taken off the game off of just a minor speaking role. Probably one of those side characters that do, he probably just had to make nonsense noises, and they're like, no, we can't have him in here because people from NeoGAF wanted to pretend like they were fucking the police of the internet and they needed to take him off. Whatever, fine. It's not whatever. It pissed me off a lot, but there's not much we could do. It's already been done. The game's coming out on the 11th or the 14th. I can't quite remember that. But what I do know is that it did not go well for them. Lots of people wanted their fucking money back, and I couldn't completely understand, because I would be one of those people. Because look, I understand that it's a company. I'm so fucking sick and tired of hearing it's their company, they get to do whatever they want. Yeah, thank you for telling me something that a fucking child knows. I know that it's not illegal to discriminate people if you have your own company. It's bad PR, 100%. But yeah, it's your own company. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Facebook and YouTube, they can censor, conservative people. They can censor people who aren't on like the very left. They can do whatever they want to cripple them. It's their own company. I understand that. But there's so many forums of people who are just like that, including my cousin, who is saying everything. I know I don't get along with him a lot, but he is a nice guy, and I'm fine with being around him. But He's more left, I'm more right-leaning, and when I told him, yeah, I don't think I'm going to get Yooka-Laylee, and if I do get it, I'm going to get it super fucking cheap, or I'm going to pirate it. I think I'm going to do it the super fucking cheap way for a couple different reasons. One of them being that I just feel like giving money to people who did work, and second off, fucking, last time I tried to do that, holy shit, I messed it up so bad. It's too difficult, and I'm just not dealing with it. But beside the point, and he's like, you're not going to give them as much money as you can. I said, absolutely not, because of what they did to JonTron. And this is coming from a guy who loved JonTron before he came out as like this anti-feminist, anti-leftist, far leftist way. And he's like, dude, that's really fucked up, dude. That is really stupid for you to do that. You just buy the game because you like the game. And it's like, no, that's not it. Because if they just said, look, we're left-leaning, that's fine. Nobody has to agree with the same shit that I do. I understand that. Nobody has to be on my side. No one needs to think the same way as I do. Nobody needs to even like me. No one needs to like me at all. But what I can say is I can harm them with my wallet. And if enough people do that, they know, okay, shit's getting fucked up. We don't like this. And I don't even think I need to do this because, as a lot of you may know, Yooka-Laylee's not getting the greatest scores. It's not the reincarnation of 3D platforms. It's pretty much it's average to below average, which is not something that anybody was expecting. Now, true, the public hasn't come in, and I feel a little part of me feels really bad for Platonics. I think it's Platonics. It's something like that. I'm just going to call them Platonics from now on. If I fuck it up, I'm sorry. But it's really difficult for me to say, oh, they deserve everything they come for, because you know that people who wanted money back, who wanted their refunds after what they did to JonTron, and they were not giving refunds, they were not... If you want to know all the scumbaggy shit that they have done, the publisher, the developers, there are some people on there, not all of them, but there are some people on there who are complete dickbags and need to go suck on an arsenic pill, because oh my god, if you're going to do a Kickstarter and then out of nowhere people start complaining about what you did, and they call them, oh, look at all these anime nerds, I've never seen so many anime icons ever, fuck these guys, they don't know what they're talking about, oh, we took out one guy, I can't believe you guys really wanted to hear JonTron do burgle 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 burgle. It's like, listen, you could say, look, I don't want to fuck, we don't want this guy. And people will be mad. But you know what you don't do as a PR company, in any PR company ever? You don't fucking talk down to the people that made this shit happen for you. If I ever get big and I put on Patreon and I put on anything else and I say, look, I'm going to try to do the best for you guys, and people don't like what I say, look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that's the way that I think. You can skip this particular video. You can skip whatever I'm saying right now. Come back later when things have cooled down a little bit, and we'll be fine. You know, this is one thing I'm talking about. I talk about a ton of things. But you don't say, oh, you don't like what I say? Look at these fucking retards over here. Look at these anime pieces of shit. God, why don't you guys just go get a job or something? This is going to be a very anti-social justice warrior, anti-snowflake one. So again, if anybody doesn't want to sit through that, I understand. Please leave, go to another podcast, go to another video. But I can't stand it. I'm at 30% anger right now, and I'm gonna try not to get, past 50. But I'm not going to promise anything because it pisses me off. Yooka-Laylee, Platonics, whatever your fucking name is, people who made Yooka-Laylee, you fucked up. You fucked up so bad. And what did you do? Instead of putting out this garbage fire, you pissed on it with gasoline and you made it 5 times worse. And now, who knows if you're going to have multiple games? This could have been the game that you guys set out for yourself. This is your company. You don't have to do what Rare tells you to do. As far as I know, these are the people from Rare, but I don't know if they're like a subset of Rare. I don't really know all of that stuff, but I know that they're their own company. And this is, I think, their first game. Don't quote me on it. I didn't do any research here. But this could have been the game that launched them into doing a bunch of other stuff. But you know what it's going to do? People are going to vote down. People are not even going to buy the fucking game. They're going to lie and say, yes, I bought it. It's awful. 1 star. This is going to be like the Amy Schumer stand-up special. Even though, don't get me wrong, I watched it. I actually made a video. I recorded a video of me steadily getting drunk every single time she did a Every single time she did a joke about being drunk, being absolutely smashed, I recorded myself taking a drink every single time, and by the very end, I was playing it up a little bit more, but man, I was drunk. I was drunk. That is a shitty, shitty comedy special. I was drunk, and I get happy when I get drunk, and I could not laugh at any of her jokes. I couldn't. It was awful. But you do realize that some of the people out there are doing it for bad reasons. Some of them are just saying, oh, fuck Amy Schumer. I hate her. 1 star. They're going to do the same thing with Yooka-Laylee because of what they've been doing, which is not fair. I have not played the game. I'm not going to lie, it looks fun. It looks like Banjo-Kazooie. Now, did they do anything besides Banjo-Kazooie and everything that came with it? As far as I know, they have not. It's always been the same thing. You get a couple different moves. One of them makes you run faster, kind of like the Kazooie legs. This one you spin into a ball, and the little bat starts running on your back and speeding you up. Like it's a lot of the same thing, different levels. It has the same every single time they speak a syllable, which is fucking annoying. But I enjoyed Banjo-Kazooie 1 and 2. I so loved them. And then Nuts and Bolts came out, and I was like, oh, this is what it looks like when you see something like Rome rise from nothing and then get burned down by fucking Germanic barbarians or whatever. But going past that, it's gonna suck for them, and I feel really bad for them because people are going to do that in droves. There's more people who are angry at them than there are happy. I would surmise. Obviously, I don't know yet. I looked at the comment section, and a lot of their videos have more. No, I'm not gonna say all of the videos have more dislikes than likes, but it's a very tender subject right now. Me, I don't like what they did, but I don't think they should. Their product that they worked so hard on should be, butt fucked because people are mad. I don't believe that. I would play the game if I was just given a free copy, but I just won't give money to them because I think it's wrong what they did to JonTron. I think it's very wrong. JonTron loved that series, and they just fucking kicked him out because social justice warriors decided to infest it and be like, oh, we don't want you guys to feel bad. We want everybody to feel welcome and inclusive, so we're going to have to take him off. I'm sorry. We're sorry, guys. We're sorry, the minor vocal minority. We're sorry. We're going to take him off and make sure you people feel good. We're gonna do that. It's like, fuck you guys. God. That was my beginning part. That's me warming up. All right, I'm at like freaking 40% now. I get so mad because video games have been my entire life. My entire life. And if you want to put pro-feminist, if you want to put pro-transgender, there's a good way of doing it and a bad way of doing it. Hold on a second. My throat's getting scratchy because it doesn't have no alcohol in it. Okay, so this is what it is. If you want to put some underlying message, make it underlying, okay? BioWare, you are the fucking worst. And everyone who's kind of seeing where this is going, it's going towards Mass Effect Andromeda, okay? But let me work my way towards it. This is going to be a slow burn, like a beautiful cigar. BioWare, you were great. I loved you. I still want to, but you're going so far. Please don't hurt my feelings. Please don't hurt the feelings of everyone else. Look, aren't we so special? Look at us, everybody. Aren't we all just the perfect people? Aren't we all? We all have our little tiny things. We're so individualized. Oh, we're so individualized, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. You do you. You like raping kittens? Go ahead. That's your thing. That's you. You do you. No. I'm not saying group mentality, and I understand that everyone's an individual, but when you start fucking hammering it in like a railroad tile that just won't fucking go into the hole, we have a problem. Let me go into this here. Not BioShock. Mass Effect 1 and 2. Loved them both. Sorry, I just hit my thing and I just want to make sure didn't get knocked out or anything. Loved them both. The third one came out and I thought, you know what? I'm Mass Effect out. There's other games I need to play. That's lower on my list. And I'm glad I skipped it because a lot of people were pissed off at the very end. And even more pissed off when you decided to throw in, this is the real ending. DLC. $20, bitch. Whatever. But I love the first two. Then there was Dragon Age 1, Dragon Age 2. I don't think there was anything more. I think it was just those two. Love Dragon Age 1. Dragon Age 2 was kind of a flop for me, but it was fun while it lasted. And then Dragon Age Inquisitions came out, and boy fucking howdy, I hated it. I hated it. And it wasn't because of the social justice means to it. It wasn't. I have no problem taking that in stride if it's done fine, like I mentioned, which I'll go more into here in just a moment. But the gameplay was bland. The dialogue was bland. You were in this small... Sorry about your penis, bro. Sorry. Big muffler, big car outside and just drove by. But no, you're in this, like, it starts off, and you have this little thing in your hand, and you can close down vortexes, and the gameplay was just as average as the other two. I really went into BioWare games for the story. I don't really care. It's literally story, character building between characters. Gameplay was off to the side. For me, personally, okay? I didn't like the whole... It felt clunky a lot of the times. And I fucking hated micromanaging everybody. Oh, yes, you, stand by the rocks over there. Yes, you, stand over by the rocks and shoot them with your bow. Okay, can I get the mage over here for me, for healing and barriers. Healing and barriers right next to me just so you can be in... Hey, I told you to stay over by the rocks. Where the fuck are you going? Stay. Okay. What are you switching to damage spells for? Healing, barrier. Keep me alive. Okay, Nightman, you're gonna have to be up here. Make sure that you shield him and heal him. What are you doing with fireballs? What is this archer standing right next to me for? I fucking hated it because they would never do what I really wanted them to do because it's AI. I mean, making good AI. Sorry about that. I almost choked on my own spit. Making good AI is like fucking without a dick. Like, you want to do something well, but you don't have the correct mentality or the physical part to do it with. So it really doesn't matter. Just let them run around. You, Archer, you die, you die, you die. I'll be the only one here sucking down potions like their mama's cock drops. And then all of a sudden, I'm just going to resurrect everybody when the entire fight's over. That's it. That's all. That's what I'm going to have to do throughout the entire game. But I don't care. I don't care because the characters talking amongst themselves and the plot was so fucking straight and it was so fucking great. I loved it. It was so perfect. And then Andromeda, and then Inquisition came out and I was like, oh, okay, well, it has everything here, but whenever the people talk to each other, it's always in bland, dark tones, except that one character who's there for comic relief. And then when you get dreary dialogue, hey, funny dialogue, back to dreary dialogue. It's like, okay, can we get more comedy characters in here? Because I hate this. But what really happened to me personally, I hated the bar scene. The bar scene. Anybody who has played the game, I can't remember what bar it was at. It literally, that game was so forgetful. I remember you were at, a camp, and then the magician evil guy came down and made like a bunch of snow and enemies come down, and you had to flee and tear and make a new area. And then in that new area, you got new people, including a girl that, until she actually came right out and forcefully said it, I was just like, oh, it's just a girl that's muscular. It's, it's whatever. I don't fucking care. It's as long as she kills, that's all I really care. And then once they all are in there, and the Quinari, I can't remember what the fuck that's called. Aquari, the pale dudes with the horns. And then he's just like, she was talking about, people, I was a woman, so they wanted me to just be a woman, but I wanted to be more. I knew I was in the wrong body. I love fighting. And it's like, okay, what the fuck is going on here? That might have just been a weird thing for her to say. Let's continue on. And then all of a sudden, the horned guy, I'm not gonna butcher his race anymore, and he's like, yes, every woman and man are fighters in my thing, and you determine how good you are by how good you fight. And you look like you fight like a man, so you are a man. And it's something like that, and I'm like, oh my God, this is awful. This is awful. And I quit there, and, you know, I told myself, and I said, you know what, that made me sick to my stomach. I need to go. I need to quit the game for a little bit. I'll come back to it later, and I just never fucking come back to it. And before anyone starts jumping in the comment section and saying, oh, it's disgusting because it's a trans. No, it's disgusting because they pushed it so fucking hard. Rounding back to what I was saying here, you know what's a good piece of media that did it correctly? Logan, the recent movie. I'm not going to try to do any spoilers because it's a great movie, and I want everyone to feel it the way I felt it. By the way, in my other channel, I also did a review of it, so go ahead and try to find that if you can. But anyways, no, this little girl has the same type of things that Wolverine does. She has 2 sharp things that come out of her knuckles, and when she fucking fights, it's ferocious. Holy shit, it's absolutely, sorry, I had a lot of kickback out of this beer. It was ferocious. She would crawl around, start stabbing them in the throat and in the sides, and it was awesome to see this little fucking girl fight right next to Wolverine, both of them kicking equal amounts of ass. That's about as feminist as you can do. Look at these 2 equally mutated humans, and they are kicking ass equally. That's about as much as you can do as egalitarian, or what feminists would like to say, feminism. But you know what they did differently? They didn't say, now that's how you do it like a woman, or something fucking retarded. Okay, that's not what they did. They said she didn't even talk until the last one fourth of the movie. She kept quiet. That was intrigue. She can obviously take care of herself. She had no idea what was going on. You could see that she was just lost because she hasn't been around in this open world. And it was perfect. And if you feminists want anything more, that is all you're gonna get, okay? It doesn't have to be hammered into your fucking skull for you to understand it. Now, there was no dialogue that had to be like, I'm a woman, you're a man, we're doing the same thing. Aren't we progressive? No, it was nothing like that. It was, I'm kicking ass because I need to survive. You're kicking ass because you need to survive. Let's get together. I will give you money if you bring me up to Canada. Okay, let's do this. That's it. That's all you needed. And that's all they did. And it was a fantastic movie. Fantastic movie. Now, scooping all of what I just said right there for the past half an hour, 40 minutes. I have no idea. I lost track of time here. Star Explorer expansion game has a bunch of different aliens to it. All aliens are different. All aliens are interesting, at least in the first 2 games. This was all Mass Effect was about. They would throw in politics. They would throw in, religion, and they would mix it all together in this little salad, and then they would throw it to you and say, what do you think is happening here? Well, let's put some stuff right here. Some stuff right here. Put it all in a bowl. We'll get some intrigue, we'll get some drama, we'll get some, religious overtones, we'll get some politics in there. We're going to get a bunch of different aliens with a bunch of different genders, and we're going to start flipping it. And you know what? You tell me what you're going to be putting on my plate. As soon as you flip that all up, you put it right in front of me, and we're going to have a good time. That's what BioWare said back in the day, and I personally could not have seen any prevailing overtones. There was always women that acted more manly and more, let's fight. There's been always women like that, but strong female leads. I have no problem with that. Kind of gets me turned on to a certain extent, but we'll talk about that later. Or maybe not. I don't really want to talk about my personal kinks quite yet. Let's start getting the subs and views in here before I start doing that. But what happened in this Andromeda? There's a trans person, as far as I know. I haven't played the game. I'm going to preface this. I have not played the game. Okay, let's just start there. But I have watched other people play it. I've watched Twitch streamers play it. I've watched reviews of it. And I've watched people bitch and complain about what happened to this game. Now, we can throw away the graphics issue. It does not matter that the girl looks like a heap of garbage that they put makeup on and then butt fucked it for about the past 5 days. We don't have to talk about that. It's graphics, and if any games like Death Road to Canada or, any games that are like 8-bit, you don't need great graphics to have a fun game. You don't. That's just the way it is. I never always used to think about that, and now it's one of my core beliefs because you don't. There are plenty of games that are shitty looking, but they're fun. So let's just throw that out. The fact that it has bad graphics, not how this happened, which we will get to, but we have, from what we have seen, super strong female lead that is very feminist, as far as I have seen. We have a few minor trans people who like to think, oh, I didn't like the way I was before, but now thanks to technology, I am in the body that I like. It's like, oh my God. Oh my God. You didn't even need to say that. Okay? Look, if you're going to have a trans person, I will admit it's going to be difficult to explain that, because if you push it too hard, people like me are not going to like it, okay? They're not going to enjoy it. If I push forward, I am a man and I have a dick 5 inches tall and I love using it. Let's go find some pussy to smash. I will get 0 friends. Exactly 0 friends. There's no, balls up in the air. There's going to be my balls that I'll be playing with myself because I will get nobody to want to fuck me or hang out with me. That's what happens when you push your own personal beliefs too far, okay? Okay. So we got that, which is already a big flag. Now, what else do we have? Let me see here. Okay, so what do we have? We have developers and publishers who are talking shit to the public? Boy, howdy, where have we seen that before? Look! Okay, look. Just because that you are making a game and people are talking shit about your game, there's a couple different ways you could go about this. You could say, wow, what a bunch of fucking butthurt bitches, fuck off. Or you could go on Twitter, Facebook, any sort of media and just talk shit about them. The potential fan base who might even buy your game just to see how shitty it is. Can you imagine how many people bought God, what's that called? Shit. Man. I feel bad about this, and I'm not gonna let this go here. Hold on a second. Bad motorcycle game. What the fuck is it called? Ride to Hell. I thought it was Roadway to Hell. I'm like, what the fuck am I even trying to say here? Ride to Hell. Imagine Ride to Hell, how much money that got just for people who are just like, oh, I'm gonna make a YouTube video about this. Oh, let's see how bad the glitches I can get. People bought the game just to see how bad it was. It's like a movie that's so bad that it's fun to watch. That's what it is. You could still make money on games that are shit, have a bunch of bugs, look like absolute garbage. But you know what people will not do ever? They will not give you money for you insulting them. Ever. They will not do that unless they're like a sadist who are just like, oh, yes, daddy, please, you let me more, please, No, besides that, they will never, ever give you money for you to be like, look at these fucking weirdos, okay? We worked hard on this game, you fucking idiots. You pieces of fucking garbage. How dare you say bad things about our game? That's gonna get you absolutely nowhere. You know what that's gonna get you? Nobody buying your fucking game. That's what that's gonna get you. I'm gonna tell you that right now because, what was it? Mighty number 9, I think, from the same guy who made like the old, the classic, Mega Man games, and he did his own Kickstarter, and they got that one chick. Anybody who doesn't know this story, it's a great thing if you love like drama, like not like, commentary drama, like, oh, Leafy hates somebody, what? No, this is actually fun drama to listen to because you see them slowly start falling apart right at the finish line. Like, they're just about to send out the game and nobody fucking wants the game because they treated them like shit. Anyways, This girl was always talking back to the community and making excuses about why she wasn't talking to the community. The community was feeling really anxious about their purchase because shit was not looking good. Shit was not, working well. Nothing, the company wasn't talking to them on the Kickstarter page anymore. Shit was going down, and what she did was just like, you guys are just mean. You guys are mean. And it's because I'm a woman that you're just treating me like this. And people are like, oh, shit. You know, let's look up at her. Let's look up at her. Oh shit! Yep, she's a total social justice warrior. Oh, what's this? Kill men? Oh, that's not good at all. Oh, what's this? The problem with society today is white men? Okay, why is this woman the PR for this company? Shit like this has happened before. You guys are not the only ones to treat them like shit. And how did this game start looking so badly? How? Let me explain this to you guys. Let me explain it, because I've done research, and I've seen so many YouTubers talk about it, because I saw the YouTubers talking about it, and I thought, there's no fucking way that's true. There's no way. There's no way. I got to do my own research, because I'm that kind of guy. I need to do my own research before I'm like, oh my God, that's true. True. Oh man, it's complicated, but let me go into this here. So, the woman who is the lead facial recognition's project manager. I don't know if that's her exact title. It's close to that. Did they go for somebody who did really well in college about facial recognition, who knew a lot of shit about computers, who knew everything about anything about video games? Hell, this person's probably been to 15 other companies before. This has made a lucrative career in facial recognition. Yes, right? There's no way that they wouldn't pick. They wouldn't spend, what was it, $40 million and wait 7 years or whatever the hell it is, 5-7 years, whatever the fuck it is, and hire somebody who is so outrageously unqualified and then just give them such a main role like that. There's no way they could. Oh, well, Mr. and Mrs. YouTube watcher. Yes, they did, because the woman that did that was part of that role was a professional cosplayer, has never done any sort of facial recognition things in her entire life at all. Now, I don't know if the company was trying to double back and be like, oh shit, this is a bad idea. Let's double back. And they said, look, she was never part of a huge thing. She was just part of the team, you know, just to kind of make sure that the characters looked good. And that's all she was there for. And then she even came on and tweeted, yeah, I didn't really do anything. No, I'm excited about the game, but I was never really part of it. And it's like, okay, is this how it's going to have to happen, guys? Is this where society starts breaking down? When motherfuckers can get jobs because I have a vagina and I like video games. Oh, thank you for this job. Thank you for allowing me to look at this game. That is called fucking identity politics. That is not called meritocracy, ladies and gentlemen. And it pisses me off so fucking much. I cannot. 60%. I went over 50. Fuck. I already fucked up. God fucking. Hold on a second. I need to get more alcohol in my system, or else I'm probably going to break this fucking monitor. Let me just, oh, sweet addiction. Take me away. Uh-oh. Damn it. Fucking dog. There we go. Okay. Cheers, everyone. Anyone who's actually keeping up with me here? Okay. That dialed it back a bit. The nice deliciousness of that beer. It's great. Anyone try this beer if you know what it is, or if you know where to find it. Okay. So, here we have this Gamergate lite, because it's as far as I have done my research on Gamergate was a pretty big thing. That was the time where gamers were told this is a culture war and we're fighting against you, which has been the staple of kind of the SJW phase and people making fun of the SJWs. But this will not stand. If you are going to choose identity politics and looking how progressive you are, besides picking people, the best person for the job, I don't fucking care if you have all white males, if you have all, Indian females, if you have all black transsexuals, I don't fucking care. You get me a game that I like and I enjoy and I'm willing to spend my $60 fucking on, yes, I will buy it. I don't care who makes it. I don't care who's touched it. Far be it from people who might actually be thinking right now that this guy's a sexist, racist, cisgendered piece of fucking human garbage. I don't fucking care what you think. I care about my video games because video games are supposed to be here to relax people, okay? The opposite of what's happening right now. What I'm seeing right now, whenever shit like this gets shoved down our throat, I see enough of this shit on fucking TV, okay? That's why I don't have basic cable anymore. That's why I have Netflix and I have YouTube, because I get to pick and choose which one I want. Now, saying that does not mean that I am not above, debating or looking into other people's beliefs or anything else like that. I have no issue with it. But one thing that fucking pisses me off is when you push it in my face when I'm just here to relax. I'm just here to chill, okay? Take everything that I just said into consideration. I'm going to start wrapping this up because there's not much more I could say. That honestly, you people can't just look up yourself. There are so many YouTubers. This is such a hot topic right now. It's a plethora. Go take your pick, okay? Go ahead. Support the small YouTubers like me and then just have a good time with it. Now, like I was saying, I haven't played the game. From what it looks like, the action element, the gameplay, actually looks more fun than the previous Mass Effects. You run around, you shoot a gun, you have little boosters, and you could climb walls, and it looks more fast-paced, less clunky. That's great, okay? I'm not saying this game is a heaping piece of garbage, and people who made this should be fucking ashamed of themselves, like Ride to Hell. But stop. Stop with the identity politics, because this is what it gets you. It gets you a mishmash of everybody fucking complaining and arguing and yelling at each other, because guess what? Nobody likes politics, fisted up their asshole when they're trying to play a game, okay? Unless you know what? Even if it's in my direction, which it never is, because it really just is not. Any sort of media is very left-leaning. That's fine. I have grown up used to it, and I still chose the right because it's what I believe in. So I have no problem playing your games, chilling out and having a good time with your games, but do not choose this over people who look a certain way instead of people who have the fucking direction for it. I don't care if it has to be all males if that's the way it is. I don't care. You get me a game that I like, and I will happily not give you money for this one, but all the games in the future. I have so much respect for things like, Bethesda. I fucking love Bethesda. And Bethesda does have some very strong females. You could play as a strong female, but even the AI has some very strong female leads in the side quests or the main quests or anything else like that. And guess what? They don't shove it down your throat. And when they do shove it down your throat, it's supposed to be comedic or it's supposed to be over the top. So you could be like, wow, this bitch is out of her fucking mind. I need to determine if I want to go with this route or if I should just kill her, hide her body, and go on to the next, side quest. But that's all I'm going to say here. BioWare, I don't want to say I used to love you guys because a little part of me still does. Dragon Age Inquisition was a bomb for me. Let's see if it was a bomb for anyone else. Hold on a second. I know I'm trying to wrap things up. Let's see the reviews on that. Yeah, I mean, everybody else seemed to like it. 9.9 out of 10, 8.8 out of 10, 85% on Metacritic. People seem to like it. I liked it until halfway through, and then I started not liking it. But keep the politics out of the games, okay? If you have such a strong desire to put politics in games, then fine. I can't stop you from doing it. It's your game. This is, I was gonna say this is America. No, not every place is from America, but the internet's at least free. You could do whatever the hell you want on the internet, and that's one thing I actually do like about it and hate about it. It's a toss-up, because things that could offend me immensely, which has to do with like very offensive Holocaust jokes, like one that I saw that was in the jungle or something like that from The Lion King, and it was about burning Jews in a furnace, and then any sort of memes that have to do with the Twin Towers collapsing. I just don't find them funny. I think that they're rude, but at the same time, I don't leave a rude comment saying this is deplorable. This is deplorable, I should say. This should not be on the internet because fuck you. It's the internet. People like us, you know. When I laugh at something that other people disagree with, I don't, and they say you should take this off the internet, I say no, it should be on the internet because this is the internet. This is the Wild West, depending on where you go. Like YouTube is starting to feel more like, 1800s Britain. But anyways, I'm done. I feel so much fucking better. And anybody who had to sit through this, I thank you. If you enjoy more stuff like that, like I said, give me a like or a comment or even a subscription if you really want to see more stuff. If I see more stuff like this, I will definitely do more podcasts. I'm always an opinionated person, and when alcohol gets in my system, it only gets worse. But I hope you guys have a great day. Have a fantastic beer day. I hope you guys are drunk right now, and I hope you're listening to me while you are hammered. But cheers.